Episode 3626, Risk Your Heart.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready for something extraordinary. Why? Because you're here, of course. It's Inspiration Motivation Day. And yes, I want you to have a smile on your face and more importantly, joy in your heart. You know why? Because you've got to risk your heart. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Well, you know what? It has been a while, and I'm already getting emails and notes from you all. Thank you so much for the welcome back. It's amazing. Shout out to Laura. Great to have you here, sweet sister. You know, it is kind of crazy how life happens, but you also know in that time who your true family is. And that family to me is not just my family here, but you are my family. And I've always treated you that way. And I pray that you still really do feel that way with me, because there's nothing better than doing life together. There really isn't. And I love being able to come to you every single day. And a lot of people are like, you're crazy. You're a daily podcaster. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't feel like work because I'm doing this because I truly love it. Genuinely, I care about you. I care about your health and your well-being. I care about your relationships with your spouse and your family and your kiddos. I care about your career and your business and whether or not you're succeeding or whether you're struggling. I care about where your heart is. And then when all said and done here on earth, I care about where you will be for eternity. It's called doing life together, my friend. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad. If you're brand new, you're probably like, this Christiane gal is a little bit crazy. Well, if you stick around, we almost have, 3,700 episodes. We're going to be coming up to over 4,000 this year. How incredible is that? And then we've got our TV show. I mean, there's so much happening. We're going to be having live virtual events here pretty soon. Stay tuned for that. A lot in the making. And I share that not to say, hey, look at me. I'm saying, hey, do what God has given to you. The responsibility that He has laid on your heart. Because really success comes when you risk your heart. And I believe some of the best gifts to give or receive come from the heart. But so does living your daily life with intentionality and authenticity. It's not about pretending you are someone that you really aren't. It's not fake it till you make it. You know, I come on here real and raw. There are many times I don't even edit it. Sometimes my tongue gets tied and sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I should take that out. Or maybe that was too long of a pause. There are edits in here because I don't want my thought process or where I am when I am actually recording this, because I record at all different times. I'll record early in the morning, like at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. There are times I'll record at 6 a.m. or 9 o'clock a.m. There are other times that I don't record until 10:30 at night. But wherever you get me, you get all of me. And there are times that my brain moves faster than my lips. And so, yeah, I do edit it. But you know that I'm showing up here with intentionality and authenticity. You get it. You've heard dogs barking in the background. You've heard me saying something to the cats. I mean, you know, it's doing life. And that's about sharing a bit of your true self. You got to risk your heart. And as much as you think you're showing up ready to live your life well, a lot of times you're hiding. Is that you today? Did you get up looking at yourself in the mirror going, yeah, I really don't like who I see. I really don't like how I feel. I have nothing to wear in my closet. In reality, it really has nothing to do with your clothes or how many aging spots or wrinkles or whatever. Your hair, changing color and you're like, oh my goodness, the roots are different. And now I've got to do it. Now it's like every 2 weeks I've got to do my hair. It has nothing to do with any of that. It all has to do with your heart. risk your heart? And are you doing that? Or are you one who's just hiding behind in a corner wherever you feel safe within your comfort zone? A lot of us have to act like we think everyone expects of us, right? Only to be surprised that, well, we really don't know what to do or how to act. In fact, who are we? Who is that person that you're looking at in the mirror? There are too many rules because you're living someone else's life. What if you were to live your life? Live your life the way God had intended, and you were willing to risk your heart. Being vulnerable and authentic is the best gift you can give yourself and others. So why hold back? Now, some of you may say, Christiane, you just don't know. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my past. You don't know even my season that I'm in right now. I get that. I do understand. Because we all have seasons and we all have a past. They may not look the same, but they can hurt the same. My hurt may not be equal to how you were hurt, but it's still a hurt. And vice versa, right? It's not about comparison. What it's about is connecting on a level that God created us. I was talking to my mom earlier today before recording this episode, and I said, you know what? God risked his heart for us. And some people would argue, well, if God is the Almighty and all of that, he really doesn't have a heart like we do. And I thought, well, we could argue that in our earthly logic, but remember, we were created in his image. And if we talk about the heart that we have, not the heart that keeps us alive, yet I think there is some symbolism there. I'm here to tell you God does have a heart. He does care about you because he created relational creatures to be in relationship with him. So let me ask you this, why hold back? Why hide your heart from others? What are you afraid of? My friend, life is too short. Life is too precious. So why not live it the way God intended and risk your heart? Now, that doesn't mean that you have to act like you've got it all put together, because we all don't. I don't know about you, but well, if you were to look at my house, it's a little bit crazy still. We're still under renovations. One of these days, I will not tell you a story about renovations. But if you think about it, our hearts are always under renovations too, are they not? Because you go out there and you go out into the world, and maybe you're driving down the road in rush hour traffic and someone cuts you off. Yep. You've got a little bit of a renovation in your heart. Maybe you had to slam on the brakes and you got a little scared because you came a little too close to a crash. Or maybe you got a little angry and you stepped on not the brake, but you went for the pedal to the metal. And you're like, well, I'm going to show you. And you gave him a few of your words, even though it really didn't matter, but you felt better about it. At least that's what you thought. We risk our hearts every day, but not necessarily in a vulnerable way, in the way that counts, the way God wants us to. And so today I just want to encourage you. Don't give up on what God has gifted you. Because a lot of our fear comes from not doing what we were called to do. And that's stepping out, that's saying, okay, I'm going to go to this line. I'm going to try this. Pretty amazing. I was an ice skater way back when, and believe it or not, yes, I can still do a few tricks at my old age. Woohoo! And I can spin and make myself dizzy. That's wonderful. And I can hold my leg up. I can do all the things, even do jumps, yes. But I can remember when I was learning them. And I was just learning the basics. And man, being able to go on the inside of the blade to the outside of the blade was very scary. Because if you didn't transition just right, you'd fall down. And man, it hurts when you hit ice. Let me tell you, I know what it's like to hit ice on skates, And I know what it's like to hit ice, not on skates, but we'll leave that one for another episode. But seriously, we have to be willing to take that next step, to try that next edge and see, gosh, I can get back up and do it again. Because when you risk your heart, that's when you gain everything. That's when you show up as who you are. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to look pretty, and I'm not saying that you have to just kind of lash out at people, because sometimes our hearts can be broken, and there can be some anger and some bitterness in there, and that can really hurt others. So we have to be careful of how we are sharing and risking our hearts, because not only can we hurt somebody else, but we can also hurt ourselves more. So there are times that we have to be cautious. But as a whole, are we holding back too much? Are we putting ourselves in timeout, in a corner, saying, you know what, it's safe over here. I don't have to worry about it. I'm okay. Are you really okay? Remember, life is too short and life is too precious. Share a little bit of yourself with the world because, oh, my friend, you matter. So go out and risk your heart today. Be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.